I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I started to grow. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop off fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of love, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'm a beast of the net. They can never be me, nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to grow. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking.
What's going on? What's going on out there, my people? Welcome to the channel. If this your first day rocking with it, it's your boy PBK9 is giving it to him the way I always do, man. We about to get into some dog news. We got some dog news, breaking dog news today. What's going on with your fire drill? Big Logic, big Logic in the building. What's going on with you, my brother? Yes, big shout out to all the brothers and sisters down in the chat, man. Anybody that's listening from afar, like I always say, got some news, and we're gonna get into some dog talk if my public's permitted. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and jump off on this news, man. We got 2 dog fighting arrests, and then we got some update, and then we got another video I want us to check out as well. You know, so big salute, like I always say, to all the pet lovers across the world, man. Everybody doing what they got to do with these animals. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna jump straight into it. You know, first we got a Fort Wayne dog fighting situation, and I'm gonna let you check it out.
Helped rescue 22 dogs from 2 alleged dog fighting operations. We want to warn you, video you're about to see may be sensitive for some viewers. The police department had help from a National Animal Rescue, Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control, and the Indiana Gaming Commission. According to Humane World for Animals, police served warrants at 2 different properties this afternoon. They found several scarred dogs with no water and filthy living conditions. Humane World for Animals is transporting the dogs to a confidential, safe location. Fort Wayne police say Travell Bell was arrested in the investigation. He was charged with 2 level 6 felonies.
Hey, just giving the news. I ain't got no opinions about it. Yeah, Fort Wayne, I ain't sure exactly what state that's in. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. This next article is coming from South Carolina, in the PD area. We got another dog fighting situation. Let's keep this thing going. You know where you're gonna get it from first, man. Big salute to Supreme Excellence in the building. Big salute to that black dog named Faith. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Faith, man. Hey, let's get into this situation right here.
Arrested yesterday in a PD dogfighting bust. Florence County deputies tell us they took 26-year-old Kareem McFadden into custody last night on 30 counts of ill treatment of animals after serving a search warrant at a home along Honda Way in Timmonsville. Authorities also reportedly found this haul of drugs and guns inside that home, prompting them to arrest 5 other people who are now each charged with possession of cocaine.
All right, that's the second one, you know, and I got another video that's rather long. I'll watch that in a few minutes, and we about to get into this update on Mall Kent Kennels update. Trial started, you know what I'm saying, and I got the updates, you know. And what I want y'all to do, we gonna watch this video. It's not a long video, but we're gonna watch it. It's one key thing I want you to listen to. I'm gonna stop it when she say it. One key thing I want you to listen to, and then I want you to check out something at the end of the video. We'll stop and talk about that as well. But like I said, the trial has started, and we all know the trial. What's the day? Wednesday. The trial will be over by the end of the week or the beginning of the week. This ain't none of them other kind of trials where it lasts 3 months and 6 months and none. 2 or 3 days and it's over. You know what I'm saying? So what we about to do, like I said, some gonna like it, some ain't. You know, I'm just here to give the news, just like any other reporter do, reporting on what's going on in the community that you're in, you know. So let's get into this update. And like I said, I'm gonna stop it when we hit key points. And like I said, we ain't doing no trolling, man. We just talking about facts, man. We talking about facts, and I'm repeating it behind somebody. They say everything ain't good to repeat. It's Supreme. They say don't repeat everything, but damn, I'm just repeating the news person. Let's go with it.
Dogfighting in Broken Arrow is underway in federal court in Muskogee. Thanks for joining us. I'm Craig Day.
And I'm Jonathan Cooper. The Department of Justice says investigators removed 190 pit bull type dogs from LaShawn Johnson in October of last year. News on 6's Caitlin Deggs is live in Muskogee with what happened in court today. Caitlin?
Jonathan and Craig, the jury heard from witnesses who were at the scene and experts who reviewed photographs of the dogs taken. Now, the Department of Justice believes the 190 dogs taken from LaShawn Johnson is the largest number of dogs taken from one single person in a federal dogfighting case. Court documents say Johnson ran a dogfighting operation called Kent Kennels in both Broken Arrow and Haskell. The prosecution called several witnesses today, and the jury saw several pictures of the dogs taken from the scene in October. A veterinarian who testified for the prosecution said the scarring on some of the dogs was consistent with dogfighting. Another prosecution witness said he had bought dogs from Johnson to be used for dogfighting. Another prosecution witness said he had bought dogs from Johnson to be used for dogfighting. Another prosecution witness said he had bought dogs from Johnson to be used for dogfighting.
I repeated that multiple times for a reason. You know, we ain't cracking, we ain't trolling, we ain't wishing no bad on nobody. We just giving you facts, and these brothers get mad and you want to call folk name and play all these games like I said before. Don't got time for it. Just giving the news, take it how you want to take it, get it how you want to get it, do what you want to do with it, but I'm just giving it to you. You know, the folks said somebody done came in there already and testified that he bought a dog from him for fighting already. Not to mention the letters that we already know that he wrote. Not to mention the videos that they got out the phone and all the other stuff that they got out the phones. You know, but like I said, we not in a trolling state right now. We just talking facts, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't distinguish what's what, folk ain't gonna know if you're joking around, playing around, trying to crack, and all that type of stuff, or if you're really serious, man. You know, it's like calling wolf and ain't no wolf. You know, at the end of the day, I don't got time to be joking around and all that type of stuff like that, man. When you got real life stuff going on here with folk and folk trying to keep all this stuff hidden, and then when you don't keep it hidden, they get mad. But like I said, the woman said it, I didn't say it, and it ain't over yet.
Johnson's defense attorneys argued it wasn't 100% conclusive that the scarring on the dogs came from dogfighting, and further analysis wasn't done. And the trial will continue here tomorrow. Jonathan.
All right, live in Muskogee for us. Caitlin, thank you. Johnson, by the way, was a running back in the National Football League back in the 90s. He played for the Packers, the Cardinals, and the Giants. He pleaded guilty to state dog fighting charges back in 2004.
What that shit say? Former family friend testifies against ex-NFL player in dog fighting trial. That's what the news people say. You know, it ain't what I say. I'm not cracking. I'm not joking. And I'm not putting this on nobody. I can care less about any of that type of stuff. Period. I can care less who the former family friend is. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just giving the damn news. You know, plain out and simple. Former family friend testifies against ex-NFL player in dogfighting trial. You know, and that was the news from yesterday. The trial been going on today, and if it ain't over yet, it's going on tomorrow, and Thursday and Friday. You know, and like and they say 5 years for each count that he got. You know, he don't got 190 some counts. He only got 20 some counts of dogfighting. Somehow or another. You know, so, you know, you always wish the best to happen for anybody to go in a situation where they can lose their life or get locked up. You always wish the best to happen. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it just is what it is. You know, you got to call it the way you see it. And I'm just giving the news, and I ain't calling it period. I'm just giving the news. Do it how you want to do it. Like I said, period, man. Period. You know. On another note, we got some dog news here where we got 12 pit bulls running through the neighborhood attacking people, and folk in the neighborhood stood up. It's basically an uprising, the neighborhood against the pit bulls. You know, and we'll see who's gonna win this thing here, man. Like I said, you know what channel you're on. PBK9 is giving it to you the way I always do. 12 pit bulls versus neighborhood. And it's a couple key things I want you to check out as well in this right here, man. Big salute to Rogue Wolf down in the chat, and everybody down in the chat that's rocking with the babe, man, and everybody that's listening from afar, like I always say. Let's get into this 12 dogs attack.
2024, officers were dispatched to a residential neighborhood after reports came in about a pack of aggressive dogs attacking innocent pedestrians. It wasn't the first time concerned residents had reached out, and as a result, frustration had been steadily building over what many saw as a lack of action from authorities. Little did these officers know, what awaited them would test both their training and their nerves to the limit.
Give me a second.
Just open the damn door. We don't need your help now. If these pits don't get taken, I'm telling you, officer, me, Christina Poole, I'm killing every last one of them pits.
Where are they at right now?
It's 7 of them. They keep running in and out of this damn house. They just attacked this fucking man. The 3 of us, me, and it's another gentleman. I don't know where he lives.
Are you okay? Do you need the fire department to check you out? All right, whose dog? Are those the dogs down there?
One right there.
All right, give me a second. Guys. Back away. Hey, you!
Hey, yo, check this out now. Every single one of these folk got either a machete in their hand or a long stick in their hand. And the officer ain't gonna say nothing, or either a butcher knife. One or the other. You think I'm lying? Look at every single person that's out there in that neighborhood. Every last one of them got a butcher knife, a long stick, or a machete in their hand. Watch.
Every week y'all here. Animal control is scary. Talking about they can't go in there. I tell you what, if they come back out y'all better not press no fucking charge. Do your fucking job.
Guys, listen. Yo, listen.
You see my man right there in the black and all black right there. His machete shining off, and then my man right here in the front, he ready to go to war with him. You know.
It's not a listen. We go through this shit every week.
Attack me before. Every week. Listen, put your machete down. I'm not gonna. Put it away. Put it away. I don't care. Go put your knife away. Hurry up. So put your knife down.
Get the fucking out.
Oh, I ain't noticed my man right there got a machete too. All them boys got machetes.
What's wrong with you guys?
You're not a black man.
Because they've attacked. That's fine. We're here to take care of it. Get away.
She had it before.
You got it before.
4 times she's been here and nothing's happened.
They don't even fucking take care of themselves.
I don't know what.
You ready to take the shit out here? A black man. You ready to take another black man? They don't give a fuck about you. They can't even do that shit. That's what I said when I said, y'all don't.
Ken Lightning, big salute to you, my brother. Big salute to Ken Bell in the building, man. We just watching this news, this dog news right here, man. And with the neighborhood uprising against the pit bulls, we just want to see who's gonna win at the end of the day. And I got a couple things I want to speak about it as well.
I'm gonna do it. If they come in my yard again, it's 12 of them. I'm killing every last one.
Then go inside. Go inside. Go inside. I'm telling all of you, go inside.
You can't tell me go inside when we being attacked and y'all don't do your job. You know y'all here every week.
Ma'am, back up.
Every week.
So much work. Okay, we're trying to handle this, but you coming up and yelling at us isn't gonna help it.
We're scared. They terrorize us.
Okay, I'm making it so much worse. Okay. We're trying to take care of it. Listen. First of all,
y'all seen that big butcher knife in that girl hand right there, right? Now I will say this. I commend them police in first 5 minutes of this conversation right here on the fact that everybody got weapons and they didn't jump out, pulling out the guns, telling everybody to lay down and all that type of stuff. They kept it calm because they know the people with the weapons is not going against you. They trying to protect themselves. So I do say for everybody to have weapons out there, them police is calm on that behalf. You know, at least I know on my side they would have had guns out on them and say we gonna talk about it, but we gotta put them weapons down.
Listen, you have a knife in your hand. Put the knife down. It does not matter. It does not matter. I'm telling you to put the knife down so that we can have a conversation. If you guys don't want to put the knife down, then I don't want to talk. Simple as that.
Do your job.
She has a knife in her hand.
We don't care to talk to you. Just do your job. We don't care.
You can't see? Are you blind?
Are you scared? Do your job.
It does not matter if she's doing something to me or not.
You yelled at me. Look at the fucking dog.
Turn around and do your job.
The dog is outside.
Yeah, I see him. But I also see you guys standing there with weapons.
Exactly.
Yes, but I'm not going to turn my back to people with knives and machetes. Okay? We're trying to handle this.
I don't have no weapons.
Okay.
Y'all shoot me, hands up, get them cameras out. Get the cameras out. No hands up, no weapons. These motherfuckers been terrorizing us. I've been here since April.
Yes, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. I'm listening.
Y'all are here every week. Y'all people just left here. They done attacked this woman and ran to her house. They just attacked that man up here. They done attacked him. Nobody does nothing.
Okay, this is the first time I've been here. This is the first time I've seen this problem come up.
As neighbors is coming out here like this.
Okay.
We don't get no protection from nobody. And the first thing people say is, well, we can't do nothing. What the fuck? Y'all just gonna leave?
I'm still here, aren't I?
When it's all over, you're not listening.
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to leave,
Exactly.
yes.
And they still stay here. So now we walking, minding our business, and getting attacked. So I'm saying, that's why I said to y'all, if they come out again and they come to my yard, I'm killing everything that walk over here.
Okay.
It's been enough.
Okay. And we just don't want you up on us with weapons out, him, and her. And you had sticks as well.
Exactly,
right?
we're protecting us.
I'm not saying that, but it's allowing us to do our job the way we need to.
This shit is crazy. Even the people down the block are coming up here scared. She don't even live over here.
We're trying to protect
These people all the way down here don't even
I'm
live
not saying you're not. I'm saying you can't be walking up with us on that.
I'm here now, and you're still
trying to go
You were here, but you was willing to tase me, bro?
Because you're not listening. If you have a weapon in your hand and I'm telling you to put it down, it does not matter. I'm telling you to go put it away.
Bottom line is this.
Are you not listening? Are you not comprehending what I'm saying?
You right.
This is not Baltimore. They would have been shot and dead.
You right. You actually, yeah. These cops.
It'd have been no fucking question. They'd have been shot and dead. We wouldn't have this discussion. He wouldn't have attacked. They wouldn't have attacked. The guy walking down the street wouldn't have been attacked. We wouldn't have had to do it because it would have been handled months ago.
Yeah.
But they make all kinds of fucking excuses of why they can't do their job, and then we hold up to do it. Now we wrong.
Right.
So guess what? Like I said, if they come over here again, if I see them attack somebody, everything out their house moving gets shot
I
up.
don't trust them. Huh? I don't trust those people. Yeah. The way they
I might be wrong.
Where the fuck is animal control?
Look at
Do you want them to teleport? Do you want them to teleport here or what?
I do want them. Damn, pull it out. I want them to teleport.
I'm gonna put her.
I want them
You want to
teleported.
be uncooperative?
No, stay back. Back up. Back up.
No, you're not allowed to say my mother.
That's 2111.
Yes, I got smart with him, and he trying to lock me up.
You heard me. Go over there or you're going to be detained as well.
You gotta be all aggressive.
Because she's walking up on us all aggressive.
Y'all get your cameras out. Get off me.
You heard me. Go over there or you're going to be detained as well.
You ain't gotta be all aggressive, bro. I'm not fighting. Didn't I tell y'all get your cameras out? Why is y'all sitting here with no cameras?
He can be a smart ass.
So you can be a whole smart ass to me. I can't be a smart ass to you.
Listen, turn around.
But he's allowed to be a smart ass.
Stop pushing. Stop pushing.
Turn around.
Stop pushing.
Turn around.
I will cooperate if you stop
Turn
pushing.
around.
Stop pushing me.
Hey, don't push up my mother, bro.
No, if you
don't push up my mother, bro.
Well, you better get her to listen.
Motherfuckers,
Hey, so while all this going on, police locking the woman up, the pit bull in the middle of the street attacking somebody right now. So let's go to this, man, because this shit crazy.
Hey! Look what they're concentrating on, y'all! Look what they're concentrating on! The guy being attacked and I'm being arrested! He's being attacked and I'm being arrested! He's being attacked and I'm being arrested! Whoop! How you want me to get it? How you want me to get it?
Okay, I wasn't gonna stop it right here, but she's been charged with kicking at the police, so I stopped it right here because I wanted to see if she actually kicked at the police or not, because at the end of the video he's going to charge her with kicking at her, so I want to see if she actually did kick at him or not.
Get in charge of battery on the law enforcement.
What y'all think about that? Battery on the police officer.
Get your dogs inside. It's their dog? My bad. I apologize. I thought I saw him from this house. I apologize. I apologize.
You detain my mother? What you doing that? Huh?
Can you please step back? Step back. Step back. Let us take care of it.
Are you okay, sir? No. All right, we got the fire department. They'll come by and have a look, okay?
What you know about that?
Step back and let us take care of it.
What you know about that?
He did not even shoot
Huh?
the dog.
Huh?
He let the guy
Oh,
get
you gonna
shot.
shoot?
How is that?
Are you at this house or this one? This one?
Listen, if you don't step back, I promise you, you're going to go in cuffs next. You're going to go in cuffs next.
You guys are all
Step back.
harder than it needs to be.
Why did he
You
Step
are me. Sir,
back.
you
This way.
yourself
Back
are
up.
making this harder.
Back up. Back up.
Because this bitch ass nigga walking up to you while telling you to step back.
If you guys go inside, then we don't have to worry about them coming up on you so we can do our job. No, stop talking.
Hey, the hell with what they talking about. That man back there in that black ain't put that machete down yet. Still walking around with that machete, and he talking cash cold shit. You know, Bruce Banner, what's going on with you, big dog? What's going on with you? Police locking the woman up. You know, she doing a little bit, like the brother says. She seems like she owns something. Needless to say, you know, they locking her up. Her dog attacking somebody in the middle of the street. They coming out with the mace. You know, that's all they came out with so far, and they still haven't went to the people who house it is with the dogs yet at all. That's the first place they should have went while they was in the streets talking. Figure out where the dog's from. They scared. They scared of the dogs more than the neighbors scared of the dogs. It seems, that's what it seemed like. Now, if that girl or somebody would have shot the dog, how many people think they would have got arrested for it? It just don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense. Like the brother say, both sides got a little bit to play into this part right here. Far as that old girl getting locked up.
Do your job.
What do you think I just did, sir?
Nothing. I'm slow as shit. Trying to fucking you maced him? You got a gun on you and you fucking maced the dog.
So you want me to shoot right next to that gentleman and possibly shoot that gentleman? So you want me to shoot right near him?
So there was 4 dogs near him. You couldn't. Your aim is that bad, bro? You couldn't take out a gun, aim at one dog and shoot him? Your aim is that bad?
Don't argue with him.
Your aim is that bad?
Yeah.
Hey, get my mom out that car.
Yes.
Stay over there. Get my mom out that car. Get my mom out that car. Get my mom out that car. I'm gonna take care of him, you guys. Get my mom out that car. Bro, get my mom out that car.
Now, fire drill. If you shooting from about 150 yards, maybe about 50 yards, 100 yards, and the dog got me, don't shoot at the dog from that far. You know what I'm saying? Come try to get a little closer, because I don't know you like that. If I knew you was a marksman or something, or Bruce Banner, if I know you're a marksman, I trust you to take the shot. But from that far, come a little closer. But from the distance that police was, you will be trained enough to hit your object from there. Now, how about at Murder Beach when that young fella got shot a few months ago, right? And I should play that video. The police came out the parlor right on the boulevard and shot the boy. All the people was around him, and that police made that shot because he felt like he seen the assailant. But you got 30 people around him, and he take a shot, and you got a dog with one man, and you trying to save the man. You don't want to shoot the man, shoot the dog, shoot him in the ass, close to the ass end, But hey, like the man say, you ain't got that much aim.
Get my mom out that car.
It was too close to the guy, apparently.
Sir, go inside.
Shoot a dog.
Go inside,
Near
please.
somebody.
Go inside.
Or when it's run away.
Because you guys, everyone out here with weapons is making this way more difficult than it needs to be.
And the best thing you guys can do, honestly,
Is go inside. I don't know why it's so hard for them to understand that.
Shut up. Get in your car.
how is that doing your job?
Ain't nobody talking to you, bitch ass. Both of you. Y'all niggas is the most useless niggas on this block.
So why is there? So is it because everybody had the weapon because the dogs were attacking you guys?
No.
Okay.
So the dogs have gotten out multiple times. This is like a damn near every other day thing.
Yeah.
The animal services is up this street damn near every other day. Y'all are up this street damn near every other day because these dogs keep getting out and attack. They attacked this man. He was standing outside. It's this man that lives in this house right here. They attacked him about a couple days ago.
Yeah.
During the hurricane, the older lady that lives there, they attacked this man. Well, they attacked the older lady. There's a man right here. They attacked him 2 days ago. And then the dude that was just walking up here, they attacked him. It was about 7 of them. 3 of them was little babies. I know a couple of them are males and females. They breed them here. Yeah.
Slow down the units that are coming.
Got you. You good?
All right. Yeah, I'm good now. So you're saying that the dogs, this is a regular basis with the dogs coming out?
Yes.
What is it, pit bulls?
Pit bulls,
7 pit bulls?
They have 12 in total.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
7, 8 of them got out.
So here's what we're gonna do today. Animal control. It's a holiday, so we're calling them. It's gonna take a little while before they get here. We're gonna
go inside. They keep saying they have
the
no
window.
right, so why did someone get a warrant to go inside and get them?
No, literally.
When they bite somebody like they did today, you can be rest assured.
They already done it. Like they literally like tearing skin off.
She had to go to the emergency room.
The animal services
and
have been up here. They're
4
too
times
afraid to
doing
go in
nothing
the
because
house.
they go inside. They say.
So here's what we're gonna do.
And they
again.
attacked me.
Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do today. Again, we're gonna be hanging out until animal control come in here, and we're gonna try and take hold of the situation. Obviously,
I tried to take them 4 times in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Y'all gotta do
like
something because it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, no, but you guys don't need to get into an argument.
Yes, we do. A dog came out and attacked another person, and they did nothing but run up there and watch it.
They tried to arrest my mom. And
they said they're going to take care of it, and they watched the guy get attacked and did nothing.
Yeah, sir, yelling doesn't help the situation.
Well, that's because we're upset.
The guy in the middle actually tried to help. He
just over there watching them get attacked, beating his dick, not doing nothing. This nigga over here feeling up on my mother and shit while somebody getting attacked by dogs.
Because this is the 4th time. Because
and what are you walking?
And before they've attacked somebody else, so there's at least 3 people have been attacked. And the 4th one today.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm sorry about this.
Well, like I said, the person that is at fault is not the deputies that responded to help the situation. It's the homeowner. And again, like I said, it's not
There's
like
no homeowner. They're squatting.
or squatters. Yeah. Again, like
Shayla is her name. Rob. I don't know her last name now.
Well, like I said, we're going to try and resolve the issue. But we have to wait for animal control services. There's a protocol that we go through. We just don't go in somebody's yard and shoot all the dogs. I wish that was the easiest answer, but that's not how it works.
Okay, so what happens when they come out and they attack one of y'all? Y'all can shoot them?
If they attack anybody,
Yeah, it was literally in the street. They come. It's a broken window.
Okay, so here's how it works. If you had a weapon on you and the dog come up and bite you, just like anybody else that attacks you, you're allowed to defend yourself.
Right, yeah.
No,
he's saying...
You asked me a question, yeah. So I'm just saying, if that was... Yeah.
There they go right there. There they go right there.
Her mother...
Well, those the babies. They're not going to do nothing.
Sir, and they've arrested her mother just because she was out here discussing it.
Yeah.
She was not being particularly aggressive. Yes, she had her voice locked, but the last part she wasn't. They just arrested her because she kept on talking about it because they wanted them to do something.
All right, well, let me talk to the deputies and hear what their side of it. I've heard your side. Let me hear what they say, why she's secure. What's going on with the lady?
I told her to step back numerous times, refused to listen.
Okay.
Trying to put her in handcuffs. As soon as I'm trying to put her in handcuffs, the dog goes and attack this guy. Trying to get her in the car, she kicks me.
Oh, yeah. So who took her?
I'm taking her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
she's
in the car.
All right. The car's hot, so is the AC on?
Yeah.
Turn that sucker up.
Well, she's been sweating.
Okay. Well, just make sure, wind down the window then, because she's sweating profusely. Or get her off the scene.
Yeah, that's the
Ma'am, do you need medical attention or anything? Because you're sweating a lot. I'm just making sure. Okay. All right, okay. So here's the thing. If you're going to do that, go ahead and leave the scene. That way we don't escalate anymore. Again, I'll explain to them that she's going because she battered you, right? Yeah, mom battered him and resisted, so she's going to be going. So, all right. So your mom got arrested. If that's your mom, she got arrested for battery and resisting.
There was no battery.
Okay, that's what the deputy told me. Okay.
What deputy told you that?
He has a body camera on. So again, if that's the case, if you're saying that, we're gonna have the justice system works it out, because he has to show the body camera, and then the attorney has to pick it up. If he doesn't see anything or he doesn't believe the deputy, then that's. But there's a system in place for that. All right, just like there's a system for the dog. Again, we would love to go over there and just grab the dogs, but we know trying to grab the dogs with young puppies like that's going to cause us to do something else. That's why I wait for animal control, because the dog is going to rush us because he's going to think we're trying to take his puppies.
Them 2 dogs again, they're not. Like, they kept them there last time.
I saw it today, so I already know.
They kept them there. They had a video there. This was the second time, actually. The third time attack. They don't need. You need to take them to the puppies and go. Yeah, puppies. I'm not trying to bat you.
I get it. Look, you got hurt.
When you guys came, I had my bat here. I put on my bat. That's the reason I didn't have my bat in my hand when they attacked me. Like and stuff, because I saw what was going on over there. I don't want anything like their stuff. I'm not trying to be disruptive.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry this is the outcome.
Like I
but
said,
the best thing is get our attention. We'll come talk to you when we get a chance, and then just stay inside, just so we don't have to.
But like the frustration is, like we've complained multiple times.
So it's not just you. You gotta remember our hands are tied by the legal system, right? So there's only so much we can do.
But I was
That's why
told
we have to have
time,
animal control
after
come
the
out.
animal bit somebody, that they couldn't take him away because they didn't like that stuff. The same dogs attacked me. I had something inside my hand last time. I was told it was not attack. Finally, this time they bite me. So it's an attack this time.
Call 765
All right.
768.
I can't let my dog out in the yard.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the just so you're aware, the way it works is even if they do take animals, there's legal policies set in place to where they can get the dogs back if they meet certain criteria.
Okay.
Right. Whether or not they're a good dog owner or they're a responsible dog owner has nothing to do with it. Like responsible in the state's eyes is like food, water, like the basic necessities, that kind of stuff. So there's things that have to be done. So. Back off. Eat some of that, furball. Woo, spicy stuff.
Get back in your car. Get back in your car. Get back in your car. Okay, get back in your car. Oh my God. I will talk to you. Get back in your car, please. How are you gonna talk to me? Because I'm a pope. Get back in your car. What are you doing?
He talking to one of the ladies, trying to tell them to get in the car so the dogs won't bite her. You know, and you a police officer. You supposed to be out there protecting the neighborhood. That's why I say in this particular video, this is a situation where the police failed the neighbors. Police failed the neighborhood. They locked one lady up for falsely kicking them. So you lock her up, and then you still don't eliminate the threat in the neighborhood. You know, so we gonna keep on.
Get in your fucking car. What's wrong with you? Are you getting rid of the dog? We're trying to. We're trying to. We're trying to. They attacked 3 people today. You about to be the 4th one. Don't do that again.
No, they attacked me the other night.
Okay, but I don't think they're gonna let you go today.
Ever since October.
Okay. We're trying to get rid of them today, ma'am. Thank you.
God be with you.
Yes.
I hope this goes through.
Hopefully.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Broke it down smooth for him.
The best way they know how. Ignorant.
Look at old man with machete. He stayed outside with that machete.
No, yeah, go talk to him. That's cool. I'm here for, listen, that's overtime for me. You know I'm coming right to you, right? So, I'm gonna ask you nicely. If I see you wave that machete at anybody or in any direction, I'm locking your ass up. Because you have no reason to have a machete on you. No, you don't. I don't want to hear the bullshit. You have no reason to have a machete in your possession right now.
Now they want to flex on the damn man. Now you want to flex on the man, telling that man he ain't got no reason to have a machete, but you got 12 pit bulls attacking people in the neighborhood and y'all ain't do shit about it. So when y'all leave, that man got a reason to have that damn machete, unless he got to be barricaded in his house. This motherfucker dumb.
I'll tell you why.
Are y'all going to endanger him? Are you going to endanger him?
The dog.
Are you going to endanger him?
It's the dog.
Them dogs been in that house.
Right.
Back away.
Hey, you!
We're trying.
Let me get it back to that part.
So,
that man said the dogs are the danger in the neighborhood, not a person.
I'm going to ask you nicely. If I see you wave that machete at anybody or in any direction, I'm locking your ass up. Because you have no reason to have a machete on you. No, you don't. I don't want to hear the bullshit. You have no reason to have a machete in your possession right now.
I'll tell you why.
Are y'all going to endanger him? Are you going to endanger him?
The dog.
Are you going to endanger him?
It's the dog.
Them dogs been in that house since we've been here for 2 hours. I don't want to hear it. If I see you wave that machete, it's on body camera. You can call the sheriff and ask for it. I'm going to lock you up. Okay? So I advise you to take that shit and take it back to the house. Excuse me. I don't know what you got going on, brother, but it's not happening.
Abuse of authority is what I call that. You know what I'm saying? It's when you got motherfuckers who supposed to be doing, you supposed to come to the neighborhood, handle that dog situation. Ain't nobody that's standing around out there is considered one of the bad guys. You have no reason to be arguing with none of them folks standing around there. Everybody standing around there are concerned neighbors, you know, about these dogs. But yet y'all, they flexing super hard on them people and didn't help the problem one time yet. Haven't showed any aggression towards the dogs, and the dogs attacked them and they sprayed them with mace. Man, and everybody who in that chat right now, and probably half the people that's listening, you know, where I'm from, them dogs would have been shot already. By the people, if not, and definitely by the police officer. If the people wouldn't have shot them already, the police officers would have shot them. They had 12 from the start. Now they got about 6 or 7 because they kept running out on folk and folk don't put that fire on. But I ain't sure exactly what city this is. But you know, like I said, it go down different across the country, man.
The dog. The dog attacked
the dog is across the street and they're in the house. So if I see you pick that much, all right. Hey, listen. God bless you and do what you think is right. That's all I'm gonna say to you. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. Do what you think is right. I advise one of y'all to take that shit back in the house. Once again, it's a felony charge with no bond.
So your mom right now, she's gonna have a bond, okay? Most likely, it's gonna be like $2,500.
Oh my goodness.
So 10% of that is $250, right? Yeah, $250, okay? battery on Leon, resisting arrest. Those are the 2 charges that she's been charged with.
Big salute to the brothers down in the chat, like I said, sisters down in the chat, everybody watching from afar. Now, let me talk about that real quick, and then we got some dog talk to talk about. Now, when it comes to that, Vernon Starr, now the dog was attacking the brother in the middle of the street. As a police officer, and we pay our tax money to a police officer, when it comes to a citizen, it's not supposed to be police safety. If okay, it's like this here, right? Are you gonna not save my life because your life gonna be in danger? That's the danger of your job, putting your life in danger to help other people. You know what I'm saying? They never once in that situation put their you know, it was the guy straight got bit down in the street, you know, in front of the police. Now I mean, if I didn't shoot him, there's no way I couldn't have my gun drawn. There was no kind of like, okay, this is a serious situation going on here. Them police, none of them police was moving like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in everybody's city, man, you know it's gonna go down way different than that. Them police officers gonna. I know a man dog that ran around the corner. All he did was ran around the corner when the police was outside the car. He just come from the backyard, got gunned down. Ain't even growled at the police officer, ain't do nothing, and he wasn't a bite type dog. Came around that corner, gunned him down. And this is my city. And this wasn't even no pit bull. German Shepherd mix kind of dog. But yeah, that's crazy there, man. But hey, let's talk about these dogs for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Before I get up out of here. Let's talk about the dog game. Has it got better, my brother Vernon? Brother Bando for life. Courtney Edwards, what's going on? What's going on? Has the dog game got better or has it got worse over the period of time? And if it has got better or if it has got worse, what proof do we have? You know, what proof do we have that the game has got better? Has it got better genetically? Are the dogs better genetically now than it was in 99, when it was in 95, 89, 85? Are the dogs better genetically now? Because we quick to say they was better genetically than it was in the 50s and all that and this and that. But if they're getting better, that means they were better than the dogs from the 90s genetically and better than the earlier dogs, you know? And this is a question. It's not a right or wrong answer, at least in my opinion, it's not. You know, everybody gonna have their own opinion. I'll drop the link down in the chat for anybody that want to touch up on that. Let me drop that link real quick. Has the dog game got better? And it's not over the 10 years. We talking about if you want to give yourself a time frame, say over the past since the 60s. Has the dog game continuously gotten better? None of us can give them 60s dog stories, so we don't really know about the 60s like that. But we'll talk about from the 80s on up to now. Has the dog game gotten better? And like I said, what proof has it gotten better? Has it got worse genetically? Are the genetics in the dogs far worse than they used to be compared to how they used to be? You know, has the skin problems, you know, because I notice a lot of dogs don't have as many skin problems as they used to have. And that's several different lines, not just one line, several different lines. You don't see as much of the mange on the dogs as you used to see back in the days. I will say that changed, and that could go along with the feed, the medicine. It's a lot of things that'll play part in that, you know. Your upkeep on your yard, probably, I don't know. And if the dogs aren't getting better, when did they stop getting better? Or what years did the dogs start turning mediocre? If you feel that way. Just asking. Now I'll make a couple statements, and it's not discrediting nobody from modern day time. We're gonna talk about the brothers from the early 2000s. Try to see if the dogs got better or what. You know, we only had one. When we always talk about Jeep and Hummer and them, you ain't had too many more of them kind of matches since then that been recorded and documented and talked about. Them 3 and 4 hour matches. Not saying nobody was 1-2-1 with one, you know, but I'm talking about ones that folk talk about to the day. Everybody still always go back to them at 3 or 4 hour match that they had. You know, and all it was 2 champions. I know damn well 2 champions met each other since then. Now, I will say this. The level of competition has got weaker than it was throughout my days. And brothers older than me, they can tell you about that. I can't tell you about that or whatever, but the level of competition has got weaker, and I'm gonna explain why. The dogs are in more people's hands. More people has the dogs that don't know what to do with the dogs. When I say do with them, I mean they how can I put it? They don't really know how to handle the dog. You got more people that don't know how to handle the dog than back. The further you go back, the less people you had with the dog that didn't know how to handle the dog. You know, more people that got the dog that don't know how to work a dog, don't know how to condition a dog, don't know how to call the weight on a dog, don't know how to get a dog on weight. Everybody know how to call weight, but can they get on weight? So I know the dogs may have got better, but the level of competition, I feel like would have got weaker. But because I feel like in today's time, if the laws were like they were back in the days, then it'd be easy for you to make a champion if you want to make a champion. If that's all you want to do. You can find any Tom, Dick, and Harry around the corner that don't know shit about dogs and run 3 against 3 weak ass dogs, which you could have always did. But it's easier to find it's easier to cherry pick now. If they was cherry picking back then, imagine how they'll cherry pick now, you know, if the laws were still the same. You know, even when it comes to the confirmation shows, your weight pulls and anything, or getting these dogs in any type of shape. You know, a lot of people got them, but a lot of people don't know how to handle them, period, in general. When it comes to the health, when it comes to the exercise, any of that type of stuff. So has the breed got better, or is it just the same? The breed has just been the same as it always been, and everything around the breed has changed. Now, let's talk about this 2-dog thing real quick from back in the days when these brothers used to talk about 2-dogging. You know, let me ask brothers one real question real quick. When I say what is the purpose, I understand what was the purpose of 2-dogging. I understand what was the purpose. You're trying to see what you got, right? But let me ask you this. When you 2-dog a dog, and the dog that you 2-dogging handle both of them dogs, what does that say about the other 2 dogs? Do you put them back on the chain? If one of the other 2 dogs can't handle the one that you 2-dogging, what does that say about the 2 that you bringing out? You know, just a question. Just a question. Because when I was in the game back in the days and my former schooling and stuff like that, I would just, go 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and on certain styles. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really I was trying to teach them, but then you know what I'm saying, that I just, it's just a question I wanted to ask. What was the purpose of the 2-dog thing? And somebody was gonna lose. Regardless, you hope the dog that you 2-dogging lose, because you don't want one of the dogs that you feel high on, that you bringing out as one of the 2 dogs. You don't want that dog that's being tested to get the best of them. And if the dog's sorry, what the fuck was the purpose from the start? I don't know, man. It's just something I always wanted to know. No, and like I said, it ain't no wrong or right answers. Just brothers who got information about things that went on back in the days and may want to talk about it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we so far past any of that type of stuff, man. We so far past it. These brothers, they crazy. They calling weights in chats, and they trying to make hookups in chats, knowing you have all kind of folk that watch these videos all across the world. And you better be living a legitimate lifestyle these days, and understand what's going on, Ryan. So at the end of the day, we trying to figure out if this dog ain't got better or if it's getting worse as far as the dogs wise. We know the people got worse. We already know that. And that ain't blaming it on no particular group of people, just the people in general, the attitudes in the dog game, the whole temperament, the temperament of the community have gotten worse. And that's just in my era. I can imagine what them brothers from the 70s and 80s talking about. Hey, Vernon Starr, I agree with you with that. That's why I said that new rum list, when I made the video a long time ago, I made a video say the new rum list, that should have just entertainment, something to read. You know what I'm saying? Because none of that stuff exists no more. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to keep none of that stuff. So none of it mean anything. They had I want to say they had Ship up there. One of them new dogs was in the top 5. I forgot which one it had. I want to say it was Ship. And they had Garner up there, number 1. Now, this is what I want to talk about real quick. I said this before as well, since we're talking about rum dogs, Bernie. Why Red Boy not on the top 5 rum dogs? Now, maybe his offspring, his direct offspring didn't, I don't know. But why Red Boy is not up there? That kind of confuses me. Now, like we all know, man, if the laws were where you can go out there and get it, if you got in trouble, you get a blue ticket, or you just lose your dogs and go to the dog pound and you get a blue ticket, then it'd be a whole lot different. Brothers wouldn't worry about the risks and none of that type of stuff like that. You wouldn't worry about them coming to your house or any that type of stuff, or having you involved with a organized group of folk or any of that type of stuff, man. It's just different. You didn't hear about none of the drug cases involved with the dogs the way you hear about them now. Sometimes you heard about drugs and dogs being involved with each other, but you didn't hear about it how you hear about it now. It's a whole lot of things that change, man, from other than the laws that make that shit a little different. Now, I want to say this because we was talking about them that buck and that whatever, yellow buck we was talking about the other day, two best sons, father and son duo or family duo. And I said, I was talking about Red Boy and his family. Now we can consider Red Boy and them the royal family of dogs. And I ain't gonna pull up the pedigree. I'm just gonna go right off the dome real quick. We can consider Red Boy the royal family of the motherfucking dogs. Straight, unless you want to go to Till's Jeff, but we call Red Boy the royal family because you got Red Boy, Yellow John. From Yellow John, you got Yellow, or Yellow John, you got other dogs as well. Let me pull up some of them Yellow John dogs real quick, man. You got other dogs as well coming directly off Yellow John. I don't want to say the wrong name. Give me a name, Vernon Star, one of them Yellow John dogs coming directly off them. I looked it up earlier and I got the name on my tongue. I just can't spit it out real quick. It's directly off Yellow John, but Raw family, the Red Boy, Yellow John, Yellow, Mayday, Bozak, Gaines Jr. Man, you got a whole lot of dogs off Yellow. And they all can say, oh, they started their little legacy here. They got a little legacy here. They got a little legacy there. The Raw family. Give me the start with Eli and let's go down. Big salute to my Eli brothers. This is dog talk. This ain't knocking nobody dog. We just learning more about each person line or lines that other brothers running. When I say give me a Eli brother, when you come up and tell us the dogs like that, that's gonna fill us in and give us the information that we need about these Eli dogs, and the way we don't have to just look at a pedigree. We'll know that shit by heart. Or when they say they coming down off Ham, or they coming down off this dog or that dog, I know it because it's coming down off hard. Like when I see that T-Bud stuff, sometimes I know that it's kind of dealing with that Mexican Eli stuff a lot of the time. So we know we learn things from each other when it comes to these dogs. Some brothers know other lines better than the next brother. Everybody know a line real good, and then they know the other lines. They just know them. But they know a line real good. I don't care what line it is. Yes, sir, man. Big salute to everybody that go to the animal shelter and adopt dogs. They're doing a pet a favor, a dog a favor, giving a dog a good home when they could get euthanized or something like that. Big salute to all them people out there, man. And trying to do the right things with these dogs, man. That's all we can do. Eli was good for mouth back in the days. Fire Drill said. Yep. But I want to know, can Red Boy be considered, and his family be considered the royal family of dogs? Because we got Bolio. We can go down. Bolio got some offspring. But can it add up to what Red Boy dropped? Can Eli add to what Red Boy dropped? Now, we're not going to add Jocko into that because, in my opinion, we can't really, he don't got enough breeders to really put him into that. That one with Red Boy, we don't know who to give the credit to. So I can't really put him into this breeding thing right there. We talk about like Bolio, Eli, Tombstone. And I like Red Boy dogs. I like certain Red Boy dogs. I like Red Boy dogs in general, for the most part. But I'm not a Red Boy yard man. I don't got a whole yard full of Red Boy dogs. Nothing wrong with it if that's what you like to run. You know what I'm saying? But I will say I think Red Boy is, and I'm saying that to say I'm not just saying this because I like Red Boy Jocko. Because Red Boy Jocko and Red Boy is different dogs. It's a cross in it, but I think Red Boy himself can be the head of the royal family when it comes to the dogs, because something about them genetics. They got a little story behind them Nobody can verify the story, so we just go with the papers, what the papers say off Tills Jeff them. You know what I'm saying? But something about damn Red Boy is super special. Something about that dog there. You know, he was the grandfather of one of the best producing dogs of all time of history. You know, when they say about does your dog pass the genes down to produce great dogs again, ask yourself that when you come to these particular line of dog. Red Boy, then he produced Yellow John, then Yellow John produced Yellow. Can you imagine what the boys was thinking back then? Like, damn, this dog threw this one, this dog threw this one. They thinking like everything that come down back to back to back is gonna be that shit. Then from Yellow you get Mayday. And then you get all the other great dogs, Big John and all the other great dogs scattered all across the country that came down off Yellow. Now, I always need for y'all Eli brothers and y'all Bolio brothers and Jeep brothers to take pride in your dogs and talk about them and stand up, talk about them pedigrees. We know Jeep, we know Tab. From Tab, we know maybe one of his sons. Or we can say Jeep Mama is Honey Bunch. Jeep Mama Honey Bunch. Then you got Jeep. Then you got Tab. But if you get them three, Honey Bunch, Jeep, and Tab, that ain't gonna compete with, that can't compete on the level with Red Boy, Yellow John, and Grand Champion Yellow. You in a better place. You got a whole different kind of yard if you got them three dogs. I can go to the damn dog pound back in them days and get a dog that got 50% pit bull in it. If I got Yellow John, Grand Champion Yellow, and Red Boy, I can go there and get any dog from the dog pound and outbreed you with Honey Bunch, Jeep, and Tab. I guarantee you. I don't gotta go get a bulldog from the dog pound. If I got Yellow John, Red Boy, and Yellow, shit. Yeah, man. We always see that Kobe stuff, like you say, Vernon Star, that Dabo stuff, and that Kobe stuff in that back. But that's why I say the other day, and y'all boys didn't give me the answer on that, Vernon. That Dabo, what about that damn rascal? Dabo half brother. In that snooty dog, is Rascal producing, or was Rascal producing better than Dabo? Should we be looking for the dogs with the Rascal in it instead of the Dabo, which everybody got? A small amount of brothers got that Rascal in it. Not the Crenshaw, but the trans Rascal. Small amount of brothers, but that snooty stuff got it in it. That's why I was speaking about that the other day, man. Wondering, maybe everybody got it mixed up. Maybe the producing Rascal is trans Rascal. Why wouldn't that be the dog to be talked about? That's Dabo's half brother, one of the most famous dogs in history, Dabo. Why wouldn't they talk about his half brother? Even though Crenshaw's a rascal, I think is a grand champion. But if you got Dabo half brother, he would have been the dog being talked about during them days. Oh, that's Dabo half brother. That's Dabo half brother. Rascal. Oh, I want a rascal dog. I want a rascal alligator dog. I want a rascal red boy dog. A rascal this dog. Now, as time come on, as 90s come in, and the 80s and the 90s and all that come in, Crenshaw done throw him a rascal out there. He got Jeep, his rascal stuff. And this new era folk, they get it confused, thinking that rascal is the same rascal. That's all I be saying about that, man. I really believe that the rascal that people are supposed to have in their dog is that one. But I could be wrong, and you probably get great dogs off both dogs. You probably get great dogs off both dogs. Oh, yeah, man. It been a whole lot of great dogs in the dog pound. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's shit. And tell you the truth, if it wasn't for that what do you call it? That neutering and spading, they would probably never euthanize a pit bull unless it's aggressive. Pit bull is gonna be the #1 adopted dog out of dog pound. People gonna come get them. And like I told my brothers, hey, it's gonna be somebody that needs some papers, and they got some kind of pit in the yard, and they go get a female from the dog pound, and they're gonna breed them, and they're gonna put the papers on them. Now you got your Eli Jr. bully son, like Vernon Starr say down there. Okay, now we got a bully son, Eli Jr. Whoever Eli Jr. that Eli Jr. threw. See, we got something in common with them Eli brothers, with us over here at the Red Boy side. We got something in common with y'all, but we just got two different things in common, but we got something in common. See, y'all history, y'all beginning fucked up because they say some of them dogs went off of what they said it was off of, Blind Billy them and some of them other dogs. And ours on fucked up because they say Red Boy wasn't off who they say he was off of. You know what I'm saying? So we got something in common on that end, you know, but just y'all's on faded out a little bit faster than ours. Because when we go to Bully Son wasn't the producer that Red Boy was. When we go to Eli, I ain't gonna knock Eli and say he wasn't the producer Yellow John was. I ain't gonna knock him and say that because I wasn't, you know, but I know Bully Son wasn't the producer Red Boy was. His genetics don't flow down as like Red Boy genetics do. They stronger. You can have a quarter of Red Boy in your dog right now, and it'll be stronger than everything else you got in your whole pedigree. Hey, Vernon, which rascal you talking about? Crenshaw rascal, the one bit Snooty down? Now, I might be told y'all about that Snooty dog that Red Boy Jocko dog got in his ass back in the days. But I like the way he bred, though. I like the way he bred. I actually like the way Snooty himself looked. I never had a lot of dealings with the dog. I only ran across him one time in the field. And I seen several brothers with him, but I only ran across him one time in the field, and that don't give me the right to discredit the line. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, it ain't nothing I'll sway away from right now. Myself personally, I don't know enough about it to say, oh, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I hear what any brother got to say when it comes to that Snooty stuff. Like I said, you know, I can learn some things about it. Only way I know about the Snooty stuff is, you know, far as Garner having it in his dogs. You know, but I don't consider my dogs Snooty dogs when I get them off Frisco, or, you know, you can call them that, or got some Snooty in them or something like that. But I never really considered my dogs from Garner Snooty dogs. I consider them Chinaman dogs or Eli dogs or whatever. But I mean, if you really actually look at the pedigree, you probably have to call it kind of, you know, got to call that Snooty in there, I guess. Okay, Trevor lately. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, we got Bully Son, Produce Honey Bunch. Y'all boys got to help me down there now, because I ain't pulling up no pedigrees and that. I'm just going off the dome. I ain't afraid to say I mess up sometimes, Vernon Starr. My ego ain't too big, dog. Hey, thanks, Trevor. All right, we got Honey Bunch. You say Bully Son, Produce Honey Bunch. Okay, now Bully Son, Produce Honey Bunch, and we'll let Bully Son slide with his mediocre record, because Red Boy had a mediocre record. We'll let him slide with that. He produced Honey Bunch. Honey Bunch produced Jeep. No. Jeep produced White Tab. Jeep produced several other great dogs, you know. So I have to, you know, sit down and tally this thing up. We're not talking about every single brother dog who got a dog off of them. We talk about the ones who kind of made big names coming down off of that particular line. Like when I was talking about Eli, like you said, the Bully Son. Okay, now we got Bully Son produced Honey Bunch. Honey Bunch produced Jeep. See, now Honey Bunch produced Jeep. That's a different family than the Eli stuff. The Eli stuff got to be accountable for their own, and the Jeep got to be accountable for their own. You know. Okay, so we got Bully Son to Eli to Eli Jr., Eli Jr. to Art. Man, I tell Vernon Starr, man, it's always us Red Boy Jocko brothers. You may not be a Red Boy Jocko brother, but I can smell a little bit of Red Boy Jocko on you if you ain't. It's always us Red Boy Jocko brothers. They're trying to damn help these Eli brothers, man. I need my Eli brothers to start fucking with me, man. I gotta stop. We're gonna go Eli a whole month. We just gonna talk number Eli dogs, man, because I gotta get my Eli folk up in here rocking with me, man. Hey, Trevor say Bully Son produced Midnight Cowboy. Okay. Now I gotta look and see if that in the family, which family is that gonna be considered? Because Midnight Cowboy, I'm gonna say that's gonna be his family, whatever he come off of. Now, if Bully Son is not his direct daddy, then that means it's a miss somewhere. Or like we're going to see, we talking back to back Michael Jordans. That's what we're talking about. Back to back Michael Jordans when it come to breeding. We got Red Boy, we got Yellow John, we got Yellow, we got Mayday, we got Barracuda. If I go on the Big John side, we got other dogs. If we go on the Deadlift side, we got other dogs. We go on the Bozak side, we got other dogs. I'm talking about known dogs, you know. So that's what I mean by far as are the families producing Michael Jordans back to back. At least one Michael Jordan that can be spoke of back to back. Now I have the snooty dog that I ran across. The snooty dog that I ran across was in the late 90s, maybe 2000. And it was a red-nosed dog. It was a red-nosed dog. I want to say, I could be wrong. But I want to say it came from Carolina Game Dog. But I could be wrong. See, y'all go up there, y'all go up on Carolina, y'all go up on Google, right? Google Tom Garner's hardwood. Y'all Google Tom Garner's hardwood. Somehow or another, him and Carolina Game Dog must have been dealing with dogs with each other back in the days. Y'all Google Tom Garner's hardwood. Sambo, dust that motherfucker ass off. I tell you, man, Garner be doing us fucked up, right? He sold my partner that dog, but he ain't tell us that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with him. And nothing went wrong with the dog. But he got his ass whipped when he came on this side. And then we got that dog, y'all Google up Garner's Black Chance, another dog we bought. But I will say we got some badass bitches from Garner back in the days off of I want to say China Girl. They was off China Girl or either off of one of them old bitches he got, man. But them bitches was bad. Them bitches was about 35, 40 pounds at the most. I'm gonna say high 30s. Them was some bad bitches, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. And that dog we got off that Dynamo dog, he was a pretty good dog. He was a pretty good, decent dog. I'm not gonna lie about that. He came off Dynamo. And like I told you, we had one off of the Bobby Peru and the Red Man dog. Hey, Ken Lightning say he don't want a bulldog over 40 pounds. Sometimes I get like that, man. Then sometimes I be like, I like them all. Like, I like the big ones. Sometimes I want a dog that just 25, 30 pounds, 35 pounds at the most. A little small pit bull. You know what I'm saying? Just get me about 3 or 4 of them, little small jokers. But then again, you know, I like my big dogs. Yeah, being that I'm speaking about that Ken Lightning and the brothers down in the chat about the family, what we consider the royal family. I'm gonna go back and do more research on it because y'all gave me more stuff to go with now. As far as Eli, the bully son stuff, I'm gonna look at it and see exactly who got the most Michael Jordan bred dogs back to back. Cold blooded. My fault, my brother. Cold blooded kennels. Big salute to you, fam. Big salute to you. Vernon Starr say Bully Son was black and not one black dog in Honey Bunch Little. Now that's the thing about it, man. That's the thing about it. You know how them black dogs take over your litter. If I breed black dog with mellow yellow, I'm expecting, okay, I'm cool. I'm in my head, I know it's a good chance that the whole litter come out black. I'm hoping at least 2 or 3 of them come out red nose. If I breed it with a black male, at least 2 or 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's a big chance that all come out black. Now you tell me, none of them come out black. If it's a legitimate breeding, Vernon Starr, if it's a legitimate breeding, all that meant was in that particular breeding, when he was bred, the prepotent dog was Honey Bunch, or the Honey Bunch, whoever Honey Bunch came off of. That was the prepotent dog, the mother dog, whoever they bred Bully Son with to get her. And you gotta imagine, man, back in them days when you're not really worrying about papers, we didn't worry about papers back in the 90s. Them brothers in the 70s and the 60s, and we ain't gonna go that far back, just to the 70s and to the edge of the 60s. Them boys definitely ain't worried about no papers, man. If they wanted that, okay, man, they thinking it's off Eli, but it's gonna be off this dog over here. They not looking at it like we shitting you for your money. They looking at it like you're not gonna know what my secret dog is off of. You know what I'm saying? So the things that they did, and we may catch it, and we may catch on to it right now. They didn't do it for the same reasons we may do it for in our days. They did it for a whole nother purpose. What about Bolio, man? How about Bolio? We got Bolio Jr. or Taylor dog, whichever one, Bolio Jr. It's gonna be hard to add up to them first 3. You don't want me to put 4. It's gonna be hard to add up to them first 3: Red Boy, Yellow John, and Grand Champion Yellow. It's gonna be really hard. I've always heard that as well, Vernon Starr. Bully Son throw man biting type dogs. When you got some real heavy Bully Son dogs, I always heard that. What you think about that, man? What you think about that, as far as knowing that stuff carry that trait, maybe, or a rumor that they carry the trait? And what y'all think about the rumor? I've heard that man biters aren't as game. I've heard this. Man biters aren't as game as your ones who aren't man biters. City Boy Kennels, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man. We just talking a little bit about them pedigrees. And like I said, the royal family, just my opinion. Red Boy, them be considered the royal family. We just line up dogs. Right now, when I get offline, I'm gonna check out Red Boy and Eli and tally up. I'm gonna go on online pairs and check out the famous dogs, the dogs that we heard about. I'm gonna tally all them up far as did it keep going? How far did it go before it faded away? I'm gonna keep laws in consideration as well, because I know the laws change. The closer we got to modern day time, the laws are changing. You're gonna see less champions, less grand champions, less dogs with these markings and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna keep all that stuff in consideration as well. But right now we got Red Boy, and them boys came up with some Eli dogs. And I'm gonna slide on Jeep too as well and check out the Jeep stuff. You know, Legion Fury 13, what's going on, brother? We all talking about the Virgil dog. I like Virgil. I like how he look, rather. I don't really know how he bred to the T. I like how he look. Man, back in the days, the first yellow dog that we ever came, around my way, at the time we had a buckskin red nose. This is probably about 95. Had a buckskin red nose, and no lie, man, this dog was full grown, and this dog was about 15 pounds. If it was even 15 pounds, I'm talking about had a full shape. I'm talking about didn't look deformed, no none of that. But it was small. It was a full grown midget dog, like a full grown dwarf dog. And she had a brother. I had the girl, and one of my friends had the male. You know, and that's the same dog I gave y'all the story a while back when I said I was doing some dumb junk in the street and I was running through the path and I bumped into somebody trying to steal the brother dog. That's the same little dog there. His sister, the one I'm talking about though. She the one started that dog off of Champion Fatty Little Mate sister up. We had two off that litter of Champion Fatty Little Mate. Started her up. And like I said, this is back in 95. 95. That's 30 years from ago. 30 years ago. She was small, boy. When I say small, she ain't had no big head. She had a little small size head. But I don't know how she'll look to me now if I look at her now that I done seen all the other dogs looking back. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say I would breed her. She was the real deal, but she wasn't no bully or none of that type of stuff. She was the real deal. I just don't know what kind of paper she had on her. Now, Ken Lightning, what do you think about the small 17-pound dog, right? What's your opinion on the breeding wise? If I got a 17-pound female, what's your opinion on that? Do you think I should get my dog spaded, or can I produce some pretty good puppies? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I wish these pits all came in the size from 25 to 30 pounds max. 30 pounds max, 15 pounds, 17 pounds. I'd rather deal with a small dog any day, just like you said, you know. But it just is what it is. They come in big size, so you gotta make with what you get. But I would love for them to come maximum size 30. You got a 30 pounds, like you having a 70-pound dog or a 60-some pound dog. Now, we was talking about has the dog got better as well earlier in the video. Has the breed got better over the past 40 years? And that'll put you right in the Don Mayfield them era, Crenshaw and them, and Tant and all them when they were young. Has it got better since then? Magnolia Kennels, what's going on? I tell you what, if you got you a super small pit bull and you fuck around, now my pit bull brothers ain't gonna do this, but somebody out there will. You breed them one of them super small pit bulls to another breed, one of them like a Chihuahua type breed, and you get some puppies off that, and you keep the ones that look like a bulldog, and you just keep going smaller, you might can create something. But it's gonna take some scientific work and a whole lot of time, and you're gonna have a plan in mind. Man, when it comes to man biters, there's a lot of things that cause man biters too, dog. Sometimes it's not genetics. You know, like I was telling the brother when I was training his dog, right? Training with Chloe. Just a little bit of time you take with a dog, make a dog act a certain kind of way towards other people. You know what I'm saying? And no, it don't necessarily have to do with the genetic wise, as far as them being a man biter or something. But a dog will take to you, and because you don't have them trained or any type of way at all, they don't know how to communicate with you, so they're gonna do what's only right to them, which is protect their owner. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that's going out, get off the chain and go bite somebody or something like that. That's different. I'm talking about maybe he only show any kind of aggression whenever somebody pressure or something. I'm gonna tell you the difference between a pit bull man biter, or somebody messing with a pit bull for bite work, and everybody else that mess with the other breeds for bite work. People that mess with the pit bulls for bite work, you want to skip all the obedience training that go with it, right? And when you do all that obedience training with the dog, you training yourself as well. See, we always ask these questions about the pit, train for this pit, can it be? We don't realize that when you train this dog for all these months, maybe some years that you training this dog for all this stuff that you're doing, you're gonna be training yourself as well. You're gonna learn things, you're gonna go through things, and just we don't look at it from that end. We always ask from a untrained, should I train this dog for bite work? Not if you just gonna go straight from an untrained dog straight to an attack dog. It don't work that way. I will never tell somebody to train a dog like that, man. If you're gonna do it like that, let's leave him the way he is. You know what I'm saying? Start from the bottom, and that way, by the time you get the way you need to get to, you'll have all the time in, and you'll see why all that stuff is important. You ain't gonna be, when you go or you done train this dog for a year, 2 years, you're gonna have some responsibility behind yourself. You got a lot of stuff that you gotta change in your daily life to get this dog in the position that you need to get him into. Like, folk don't understand, man, that bite work, but if you want real bite work, you talking 5 figures and stuff like that, man. Brothers don't want to pay that. You rather do it yourself or any other type of stuff, which I can't knock you. That's what you're supposed to do if you don't want to afford it. But we talking about 5 figures type stuff at least 5 figures, which starts at 10,000. And if you want to do something right, See, I can't get your dog today, and he doing legitimate bite work, the type of bite work that I want him to be doing. You know, when I say I mean as the trainer, I want you to be satisfied. As a trainer, I want you to your dog to really be attacking the way and calling them off the way he's supposed to be doing. And I can't do it in no damn week, 2 weeks, like some of these brothers say they can do it. You know, but once you got time in with them, man, it's a whole different ball game. You know. Yep. Hey, Trevor made a good point right here too. Fear biter and man biter is two different things. You right about that. Now, this the thing. Is it fear biting? Because it could be another difference between. Is it fear biting or is it defensive biting? Now, I ain't talking about cur biting. Is it defensive or is it fear? You know how some dogs will do that running up on your thing and then they'll run back off you? They'll run up on you and you stomp down up on them. They'll back up off you real quick. That's what I would consider defensive biting. He only defended himself. If you go up close and try to grab him, you might get bit. Or that's what we can call fear biting or however, but you may get bit. But a real man biter, you know, as we all know, gonna come up on you no matter what. Ain't gonna get you. A real man biter. A real man biter don't care how much you stomp at him. He gonna jump straight up in your shit. That's what we train them protection dogs for. Whenever we train the protection dogs, you want a dog that you can swing a baseball bat and it don't slow him down. Besides, with the bat hit him and knock him over, he not supposed to stop. At the same time, I know brothers who like to train their dogs to say to understand when you swing a weapon at him to dodge the weapon and come back in for the attack again. So we have two different styles of training that folk, you know, everybody like to do. I guess it's all according to what you want. I don't want my animal to take the lick. If you see a man about to stab you or something, get out of the way. Or he trying to hit you with something, get out of the way. Yeah, man. Big shout out to all the brothers and sisters down in the chat. Everybody listening from afar. Everybody taking care of them dogs out there in this hot weather. You know, I was talking about them old family red dogs as well. And I want to ask if anybody that's familiar with them. Is the Inferno dog pretty much one of the more famous dogs that we got on the pictures, at least? The old family red that I had back in the days looked like the Inferno dog, but she had one ear, she had her ears clipped, and one of her ears is just folded over. But she was that dark, that dark color orange, like them dogs, built like them dogs, shaped like them, and all in the head. Oh yeah, man. It's different kind of dogs out there when it comes to man biters and different levels of stuff. Like I said, what you think the dog's supposed to do when this brother walking his dog every day he got his dog with him? Is the dog supposed to let somebody come beat him up? So it's different things, man. Do you got dogs that just sit on the edge of the chain and bark all damn day, want to go out there and bite somebody? Just want to go bite. You had dogs back in the days that would look over the dog in the corner and want to go to the man in the box. So that's the reason why a dog man would sway away from a human biter, because they weren't doing things with the dogs as we modern day time do with the dogs. If they was doing other things with the dogs, these brothers, I'm gonna say this right here for these brothers in modern day time, they spend more time with their dogs than them dudes back in the days did with their dogs. They had them on the chains, out there on the chains. A lot of these brothers, they spend more time with their dogs, other than the the ones that's getting in trouble, but they spend more time with them. So you really can't judge it. You can't really judge it off the aggressive dog as far as the quality of dog man you're dealing with. As far as he high quality because he want an aggressive dog. Because once you get a dog, you can't help how the dog turn or how the dog start acting. And you gonna get rid of, you know. Best thing to do if you know you got aggression, try to breathe some of it out of them if that's not what you want. Cause man, there's so many things, that make the like. All right, JD Hall, he wasn't aggressive at all. Loved people to death. As soon as he see him, his tail go to wagging from across the football field. But certain times he go to acting like he want to bite on the yard when people walk by at nighttime, or when we walking at nighttime, he start acting like he want to growl different times. It's just certain times. And it's not that he human aggressive, it's that he we're not playing now. This is my territory that I'm protecting right now. I mean, if you got a smart dog, what you expect the smart dog to do? Let the person that they feeding, because like I said, if you don't got them trained, you can't communicate with the dog. So the dog only thinking that he's protecting you sometime, not I'm just talking sometime. So what if the dog's smart? What is he supposed to do? Besides anybody coming next to you, he don't know him, to try to keep him away. And I really think that the man biter not game, that's just an old myth that floated around with them dogs, because of the certain ones that wasn't game, certain ones that lost that was man biters. Because you don't have plenty man biters that went down and came out grands, came out double grands, champions, and it was man biters. I don't think, me myself, I don't think that's something you want to breed, though, far as constantly breeding man biters. What if a person calling it a man biter and it's a scared dog? You know how dogs act on the chain, they won't let you touch them, and they want to bark at you, running with their tail in their ass? What if they doing that? What would you call that? Human aggression or human fear? Like the brother said earlier. Oh yeah, that's the thing about it, man. You can control the switch when it comes to them dogs. If you got them trained enough, if you got that bond with that dog, you can't control that switch if you don't got no training in them. Just hanging out with them and feeding them and walking them, you ain't gonna be able to control no switch. In order to control the switch, you're gonna have to train that dog. You can't stop that dog if he max out and flip out or some shit like that if you ain't got no kind of training in him. If you got training in him, you make it stop him somehow or another. You know what I'm saying? Are you making You know, I'm not talking about when he actually owns something attacking it, but I'm talking about just in general. You can control them for the most part. You know, if you don't got no kind of real training in them, obedience training, then you ain't gonna be able to control that switch at all. He gonna do what he want to do. Now it can be your best friend, and y'all can be best friends, but you're gonna have to have some type of training in him. Let's say like this right here, right? He get on somebody's ass, and like we always say, you get jumped, and he get on somebody's ass for you, and now it's more boys coming. Now you need for him to let go, but you can't control that switch because y'all just got a bond, and he just protecting you off the strength of you feeding him every day and walking him and taking care of him. He just got a bond with you, and you can't control that switch. Now you got to run and haul ass and leave him, or stay there and all y'all get your ass whipped. So if you got that training in him, you say, "Oh, let's go, Fido. We out." Now he gone because you controlling the switch, or you can have some sort of control on it. You know, there ain't been no scientist. I ain't no scientist to say, "Oh, I can get a pit bull mad and just let them go." But I know if you got a dog trained and you can control certain shit. I tell you that. Now, if I got a full trained dog, right, and he get into a fight with another pit bull. Now, while I'm breaking this fight up, it's a good chance that I'm not gonna be able to control him with none of my commands. You know, no matter how trained he is at that particular point. You know, Miley wise, German Shepherds, it don't matter what breed it is. When they get to that point, you know, I mean, shit. I'm talking about fighting wise. If they was fighting another dog, controlling the switch on that end. When it comes to a human ain't gonna do it the same way. And a dog can think more because he don't got as much fight coming back from the human as he would from another animal. So he thinking more logical. Even though he attacking you, he can still hear you. Oh no, man. Oh no. I know, and that's the thing about it. I agree with you, Fire Drill. Loyal dog won't bite the hand that feeds you. I agree with you on that. But only thing about it, you know, it just that's a hard statement to make, dog. Because if you got these brothers who dog never knew no better, what if he never know no better? It's not like he was doing it. Okay, you can never stick your hand by the bowl. You can't stick your hand by the bowl. Now you couldn't do that shit when he was 2 months. You can't do it when you can never do it. So what is he doing different than when he was showing you when he was fucking born? Now, I will say this in sticking up for the pit bulls. In my days with pit bulls, I never in my life seen a pit bull turn on somebody. Now, I'm talking about their owner. And that's, I start doing the news, we start hearing other things. But I never seen a pit bull turn on their owner, and all when they're young, that's all you hear. Pit bulls turn, they turn. Oh, they must have been dealing with some show brothers, and they got that shit confused. Talking about turning in the box, and y'all thought they were talking about turning on the owner. Yeah, they were talking about turning on the owner, turning around wanting to get the hell up out of that box. That's what they were talking about, and y'all got it confused. Just like they got them rascal dogs confused, probably. But yeah, man. Just practice responsibility. If you take it to that level, that's all you got to do, man. Just remember, it's gonna be times when you don't feel like training, when the dog just in the cage or in the house, or you got a busy week this week or a busy month. You got to keep all that stuff into play before you decide to go train these dogs in that manner. Is your life, the things that you got going on in your life, going to permit this dog to be this level of dog, and still live at your house comfortably? Once you answer that to yourself and your family or whatever you got going on, shit, I mean, I don't think you'll have no problems, man. Hey, Bill, I don't even know, man. I don't even know, brother. I think, when it comes to a dog biting me myself, I just want a smart dog, a dog that knows when to bite. I don't want them to just biting at anybody that's coming up, coming around. Know when to bite, when the right time to bite, and being able to chill around your friends and all that. And when something, if hopefully nothing never jumped off, but if something did jump off, then he knew when to do something. That's what you want. You don't want one that just what they call a junkyard dog, lunging out at anybody. Now, Fire Drill say back in the days, a fighting dog, not necessarily a game dog. Now, that's right. I agree with that. I agree with that somewhat, because a lot of places people have dogs for fighting, but they're not game dogs. You might have a torso, or you might have the actual Shar-Pei was Japanese fighting dogs at some point. And you got the Japanese fighting. You got a whole bunch of fighting dogs. But the Pit was the only one that mastered it. I think out of all the breeds they got, them scientists can't figure this shit out. Because if they would have did it already. They can't figure out how to take that game genetic trait from that pit bull without taking the rest of the genes and putting it in some of them other dogs, like the Malawi's, without breeding them to them. You see, when you breed them Malawi's to the pits, you get too many of the other pit bull traits as well. All you need is that fucking go nonstop. When we hit that switch, nonstop. That's all you need. You figure out how to take that from the pit bull, boy, look here. Put them in some of them big farming dogs and dogs they got doing all this work across the country and different things. Man, them dogs would be on 100. You talking about a hunting dog that's chasing a deer or something through the woods. They game. They running after them forever. They not game. They prey drive high. But man, if they got the heart of a pit bull, they ain't gonna stop. Not necessarily the blood, but the genetics is in there. The genetic, the gameness, the whatever makes them go. And then you gotta be careful, because you may breed to a pit bull that's not his gameness and prey drive is not even high as the damn hound dog. That's the bad part about it. You make him breed to another dog that'll get you a more gamer dog than the pit bull that you thinking you're gonna breed to. Just because they're a real pit bull terrier don't mean they game. I mean, they game in bloodlineage wise, yeah. It don't mean they game in general. And the definition of being game is the willingness to stand there and fight. It don't necessarily mean fight. It don't ever have to mean fighting inside of a box. Just whatever situation you in. That's why we say how much gameness you got. Can you stand there and fight whatever situation you're going through, period, in general? But yeah, man, hey, don't get too deep in that night. I didn't even think I was gonna be up here this long. I'm gonna get off and do some Eli studying, study them Eli dogs, call my brother Trevor up probably tomorrow. Get some of that Eli knowledge. Holler at some of my other brothers, man, and get up here talking about them pedigrees and them bloodlines and stuff, man. I had another article about a 75-year-old man that got mauled down, man, in his front yard with a dog, and I ain't even upload the video to my computer, so I have to give that later. 75-year-old man got mauled down in the front yard by, I want to say, 2 dogs, and his wife got bit up, but she survived, and he ain't survived. Fire drill. That's why I asked brothers one time before. Fire drill says smart dog mean game dog mean smart dog, and know the sport. All right, that's why I asked brothers one time before. Fire drill. How do we know if our dog is game or smart? Yeah, man, that 75-year-old man was in his yard, and the 2 dogs came in his yard and attacked him and his old lady. And she survived, and he did. I'm to the point now, man, that shit don't even matter no more about about what breed it is, as far as is it a real pit or not. We just gonna be stuck with the dogs, how we stuck with them, gotta deal with it, how we gotta deal with it, and try to make the best of it, how we gonna make the best of it. You know? Just try to prevent it all the way around. The sad part about it, man, there's so many people that's irresponsible with them particular dogs or with these particular dogs. And it ain't the ones they call dog fighters. It's most of the time it's the other folk that's more irresponsible with the dog. You know, you ain't gonna see 12 pit bulls running around chasing nobody in the neighborhood. Only way you gonna see that if they in one litter and they puppies and they probably grew up like that. But most of the time when you get 12 dogs and they all real pit bulls, some of them dogs gonna start fighting. So they gonna have a disagreement from the start on who gonna go bite this motherfucker. You going to bite him? Who you going to bite him? We gonna have to fight about it. They're gonna have a disagreement already. So from that 12, they're gonna break down. Half the group gonna break down and be over there hurt up. But when you have these dogs who aren't dog aggressive, they learn to hang out with each other, get along with each other, and attack people. Oh, let's go get up with so and so around the corner, man. And now they go attack folk. But just like that video we just watched, the real problem is never handled all the time. There's always a lot of distraction, always a lot of bullshit going on. You know what I'm saying? Now, what if that woman got some type of probation or something for that assault on that police officer? Lord forbid she got sent in any kind of jail, like prison time. Just say if she got probation, and we clearly looked at her, didn't kick that man. But yeah, you got 12 dogs out there attacking people, and one of them, if the police wasn't out there, that man probably would have lost his life in the middle of that street, or either really been severely bitten, because that dog would have kept biting him until the rest of the dogs would have came. If them police wasn't out there and them people weren't out there with them knives and sticks. Yes, sir, man. Fire drill, man. What do you think? The dog's getting better or what? When it comes to the breed in general, what do you think, fire drill? The dog's getting better, Tony. What's up? The dogs getting better, or they getting worse, or they at a standstill since the 90s, since the 80s, I'm gonna say. I know one thing, the dogs got smaller. We know the dogs got smaller since the 80s because your average dog, you know, if you go back from the 80s to the early 90s or the mid 90s, the way folk talk about big pit bulls now, they didn't talk about them back then. It wasn't like no odd thing to see, or you know, now it's like brothers act like they not used to seeing big dogs, 60-some pound pit bulls and stuff like that. You know, so I believe the dog in general just got smaller. And I always tell y'all about them puppies I seen back in the days that I ain't never seen no puppies like them since then. I seen a whole lot of puppies. But what I say don't matter from, you know, what millions of people think when it comes to did the dogs get better or not. You think we got more human aggressive dogs than we had back in the days? Out now compared to back in the days? And we can't go by everybody in America because we know it's more people with the dogs now. But just say if we got 20 people with dogs now and 20 people with dogs back in the days, do you think we have more human aggressive dogs in the bunch from now or the bunch from back in the days? Now we know it was a whole lot of good dogs came out in the early 2000s. We know it kind of kept that scale kept kind of going up around that 90s era to 2000s. And truthfully, let me ask you this. Are these dogs good or just been publicized better? If you gave the dogs from the 60s the same publicity you gave the dogs from the 90s, what would they, what kind of stories will be out? Which dogs would we be deriding then? Hey, they always try to get you out in 28 minutes, fire drill. They always try to get you out in 28 minutes. But one thing I know, you got to have a bulldog to take one, put them out. 28 minutes is kind of long. You can put one out in 28, but 15 minutes, 10 minutes, either you got a bulldog or they don't got a bulldog. Because that 28 minutes start feeling like an hour when that first 28 minutes. Oh, no. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody rocking tonight. We right there at the 2-hour mark. We're going to hold it down right there. Like I said, big salute to everybody, man. I thought I dropped a link for anybody that want to come up. I should have dropped it a little while after, though. That's my fault. Appreciate everybody rocking with me tonight. Fire Drill, man. Tony. Show enough. What's going on? Show enough. Rocking with me tonight, every night. Bill in the house. Bando for life. City Boy Kendall's came up in the building. Everybody that rock with me tonight, man. Trevor, my brother, Trevor rocking with me. Big salute to everybody, man. Y'all have a safe night, safe hump day, and rest of the week, man. And take care of them dogs and stay cool out here because we have heat waves for the last 3 or 4 days, man. Probably last week we had a heat wave. Since the last week, man. Y'all stay safe. And them brothers on the West Coast, y'all stay safe for them tsunami warnings, man. PBK9s, stay legal out there as well. And we out.